Hi everyone, this is Mix from Sneaks and Ball PH and welcome to episode 17 of the Air Jordan Hunt. Today we have a quick look and unboxing on the Air Jordan 17 Plus Copper. To start things off, the Air Jordan 17 is probably the most popular Air Jordan sneaker that Michael Jordan used in his time with the Washington Wizards. Of course, Michael Jordan only played with the Washington Wizards for 2 seasons, and he also just wore 3 Jordan shoes, well, technically just 2, because he only used the Air Jordan 16s for a short while. After announcing his return to basketball in 2001, Michael Jordan did use the Jordan 16s for a bit, but for the most part for the 2001 to 2000 season, he was rocking the Jordan 17s. Jordan was originally hired to be the president of basketball operations for the Washington Wizards. However, I guess he just couldn't help himself, which is why he returned to basketball. His role as an executive for the Washington Wizards is the reason why the Jordan 16, the Jordan 17, and even the Jordan 18 have these very premium looks to them. As I said in the previous Jordan Hunt, the Jordan 16 was inspired by a marching boot, but then for the Jordan 17, it was actually inspired by the Aston Martin, as well as Jordan's love for golf. So I guess you can say that Aston Martins and golf are pretty much the executive lifestyle. This Jordan 17 copper colorway is definitely one of the most popular colorways of the Jordan 17, but you also have the Chicago Bulls away colorway, which is predominantly black with a little bit of shiny red. And then you also had that Washington Wizards home colorway, which was predominantly white with some hits of blue. Then with that out of the way, let's get into the unboxing. So you do have a pretty standard Jordan sportswear box. So it's pretty much black all throughout, and then you have a gold jump band here on the lid, a gold jump band here on this side, a gold number 23 here on this side, and beside that you have your sizing and colorway information. Then now time to take a peek at the 17s. So you have a standard style lid, and when I bought this on the resale market, it didn't have the paper anymore, but you know, who the hell minds. So here you have your right shoe, then just putting this down, and then you have your left shoe, and in my opinion, this is one of the best looking Air Jordans. Of course, you know, you have your Jordan 1s, Jordan 3s, Jordan 4s. But if I'm talking about the later Jordans, this is definitely one of the best in my opinion. Then just getting the right shoe, and here you have it guys, this is the Air Jordan 17 Plus Copper. And then just a few quick tech specs on the Air Jordan 17. Here on the outsole, you do have some herringbone traction, and it is placed in these pads that are made to mimic a golf course, because one of Michael Jordan's favorite hobbies is playing golf. Surrounding those herringbone pads, you do have this solid rubber that has a little bit of texture to it. The herringbone does seem pretty grippy, and even though it is a padded setup, it seems like it has enough coverage. The herringbone grooves are also quite hard, and the solid rubber surrounding the herringbone does seem pretty thick also. So I think the outsole on the Jordan 17s will last a pretty long time outdoors. Then for the cushion, the Jordan 17, just like the Jordan 16, does start out pretty stiff, because you do have to keep in mind that at the time Jordan was, I think, 39 years old. This is why the Jordans that he played in his Washington Wizards days all had really beefy and rigid support features on the midsole, and the Air Jordan 17 is a good example of that. You do have this massive TPU plastic cage that runs from the midfoot all the way to the heel, and then here at the heel you do have a blow molded air unit. This plastic cage does actually feel super stiff, however here at the part where the air unit is, it does feel a little bit thinner, so you can actually compress it a bit. Given this huge TPU cage, you might wonder if the heel feels clunky, and honestly it does feel a bit clunky, and I also couldn't really feel the air unit in the heel. But for me personally, that really wasn't an issue, because I don't really land on my heels very often. Of course, that air unit will absorb quite a bit of impact, but if you're looking for some plushness or some bounciness from the heel, you're definitely not gonna get it with this large plastic cage. However, the one redeeming feature of the cushion would be the 4-foot zoom unit, which is a full-size zoom unit that covers the entire 4-foot. You do feel pretty low to the ground here at the 4-foot, but that zoom unit provides a lot of impact protection, as well as subtle bounciness and responsiveness. Then for the materials, just like I said in the intro, the Jordan 17 was designed with Michael Jordan's basketball executive background in mind, which meant that once again you had some premium materials. The Jordan 17 features a full leather upper, and the leather is really soft and moves well with your foot, and feels really premium to the touch. Then around the eyelets here at the midfoot, as as well as the tongue, you have this soft perforated leather. The perforated leather on the tongue is a really nice touch, and it also makes the tongue pretty soft and padded. You also have quite a bit of plastic throughout the shoe, so you have these metallic plastic eyelets, this plastic lace lock, and of course all of that plastic that wraps around the midsole. Then wrapping around the heel as well as the tip of the tongue, you have what's probably the most premium looking and premium feeling material on the shoe, which is this crocodile skin. It feels nice and soft to the touch, and visually it is a pretty striking feature of the shoe and really gives you that executive vibe. Then lastly, you do have a soft neoprene sock liner. Then for fit and sizing, I did go with my standard size 10, and it fit me perfectly. Just like the Jordan 16, the Jordan 17 has this squared off toe, and it's shaped like this to reduce toe jamming. I feel like they implemented this a little bit better with the Jordan 17s because you didn't have as much dead space. So my quick recommendation would be to go true to size, whether you have a narrow foot, a normal width foot, or a wide foot. I think wide footers can go true to size because you do have a squared off toe, which means that there would be a little bit more breathing room here at the forefoot. The leather is also nice and soft, so I think that if you have a wide foot, it'll still conform to you pretty well. Then if you have a narrow foot and it is a little bit too wide for you, you have a second row of laces, so you can always use that if you want an even tighter fit. Then for the aesthetic details, here on the outsole you do have those herringbone pods, which were designed to mimic a golf course. The pods in this copper colorway come in black and in blue, and then here at the base of the forefoot you have a small blue Jumpman. Then here on the midsole you can't actually see any foam because here at the forefoot the leather comes all the way down and attaches to the rubber, and then from the midfoot back you do have that black plastic cage. This black plastic is actually translucent, and here on the lateral side you can actually see a Jumpman underneath. Then here at the heel you do have this shiny copper strip with Jordan written here on the lateral side, and an embossed Jumpman here on the medial side. Then here at the forefoot you do have a little bit of rubber that comes up, and on that rubber you have an embossed number 23. Behind that you have a black plastic strip, and this is I guess to protect the leather underneath from toe drags. Then for the upper it is predominantly this really nice white leather, but of course you also have a little bit of black here on the crocodile skin at the heel and the top of the tongue. Here on the crocodile skin at the top of the tongue, you do have this metallic patch that has Jordan written on it in a copper color. You also have another metallic patch here at the base of the laces with a copper Jumpman. You have this metallic silver plastic strip here at the heel with a copper Jumpman on there as well, and then you have your metallic copper eyelets. Then for the last detail, you do have this purple lace lock with a white Jumpman, which I don't really like in terms of functionality, but as an aesthetic piece, it does look pretty cool. Then for the overall aesthetics, I just think that the Jordan 17 is one of the best looking Air Jordans. Of course, I would put it behind the Jordan 1s and the Jordan 3s, but after the 1s and the 3s, I think that the Jordan 17 can give any other Jordan a run for its money. I just really love that super premium look that it has, and especially in the Jordan 17 colorways such as this that are predominantly white, it just looks super duper clean. I love that super smoky black translucent plastic cage, even though it kinda kills the blow molded air unit in the heel. As an aesthetic piece, it is super dope, and I also just really love the metallic hits here in the heel as well as on the eyelets. The only thing I don't really like about the aesthetics on the Jordan 17 would be this crocodile skin, because I'm not really that fond of animal skin on my basketball shoes. However, it is in black, so it isn't that obvious, so I guess it's something that I can easily look past. Then once again, even though I don't really like using it, I love how this purple lace lock looks, and I also love the outsole, which is inspired by golf. Overall, I just think that the Jordan 17 is a beautiful shoe, so please sound off in the comment section down below if you think that the Jordan 17s are right up there with some of the best looking Air Jordans. Then for the price, when the Jordan 17 released in 2002, it retailed for $200 US, which pretty much shocked everyone because that was really expensive, especially at the time, because like, I don't know, $200 in 2002, that's pretty steep. Then what's even worse is that when these released in 2016, they retailed for even more, so I think it's actually here on the box. So it says here, retail price $389, and it was marked down to $189. So Jesus, $389 US is quite the price for a pair of shoes. However, of course, we are 18 years removed from 2002, and 2016 was also 4 years ago. So the only way you can get a pair of Jordan 17s is through the resale market. It is quite hard to look for a pair, but you can get them from StockX. And depending on the colorway and the condition of the shoes, it does have a pretty wide range. But given that this is a premium shoe with a really premium retail price tag, a dead stock pair of these will cost you a lot of money. However, the pair that I got was used, so you do have a few scuffs here on the plastic cage, some scratches here at the metallic piece at the back, a little bit of wear on the outsole, and a tiny bit of sole separation here at the heel. Those really aren't terrible issues, and for the price that I got these at, it was pretty much a no-brainer. So I got these from Sir Leonard Tumagan, and get this, he only sold it to me for 2,500 pesos, or around $50. So in my opinion, I think I really got a steal, because from $389, I was able to get them for $50. Of course, my pair does have a few scuffs here and there, but for that price, I'd take that any day. So there you have it, guys. That was episode 17 of the Air Jordan Hunt, featuring the Air Jordan 17 Plus Copper. If you liked the video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Then if you have any comments, questions, or any suggestions for any future videos, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below as well. Then if you haven't already yet, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. It would help us out a lot here at Sneaks and Ball PH.